Hey Nick, how you doing, man?
Oh, good, Joy. How about you? How's things in the US?
Oh, it's great. It's crazy and busy. I miss you in those basketball days in Dubai.
Yeah. We should do that the next time in the US. When I travel there, I'll let you know.
Yes, please. Or maybe the next time I'm in Greece, then we'll go play basketball properly on some Giannis courts.
Yes. He has a few outdoor courts, which are really good for summer.
Yeah. Oh, they're beautiful in that part of Europe. Well, Nick, thanks again for your time today. Let me ask, obviously you grew up in Greece, but what was that like, and how has that shaped who you are today?
Yeah, so I grew up in Greece, one school, and I lived here until the age of 25. And then I moved to the UK for a few years and then Dubai. So I've been around a bit. Greece is obviously has a lot of history. Culture here is very strong. So all these going to school here and engaging with everything you need to learn about history, which every year was a new chapter. It embeds in yourself. And then we have to go to all these museums and the culture of the family here is a very important element of the culture. So
Mm,
all these shape the values and all the personality. Obviously, my family had that. The personality I have today.
yeah, that's great. What's a childhood memory that still influences you, or maybe something you still think about?
Yeah, look, I was very lucky, and I had most of my best friends who grew up together. So we together from primary school, if you like, until the very end.
Hmm.
So we never changed schools. Was the my best man and some other friends we grew up together since like the age of 5.
Wow.
So this is the most and we are obviously we're still very close friends today. So this shaped the whole yeah, it is probably the best memory I have. School, to be honest, I didn't like it that much, but having these strong bonds and friends that they last forever, this is pretty much unique. And when I see now kids growing up, especially Dubai, where there's a lot of inflow and outflow of people, it's difficult to create these bonds because everybody's on the move.
Yeah,
Back then, it was different. So that's probably my best memory from childhood.
love it. Yeah, that's it. The older I get, the more I realize those relationships are what matter most. And interesting you bring that up too. We noticed that too when we lived in Dubai. Like it was so many people coming in and coming out. It was hard to, I'm assuming growing up as a kid there, it would be hard for, a kid to
Yes.
maintain some of those relationships. Um, Over your years, I mean, you've been all over the place, from Greece to Dubai, but has there been a moment that's just been super difficult for you, um, or super challenging, but there was a lot of silver lining, like it was rewarding in the end, and you're glad you went through that?
Look, I mean, I can't say I was glad I went through that. I mean, I lost my dad when I was 17.
Oh, that's tough.
So that was really a shock because it was unexpected. But at the same time, I grew up very fast. I mean,
Yeah,
I need to stop being from a young kid to, become a man overnight, if you like.
yeah,
So that kind of experience, it made me more resilient to whatever followed after that. Because after that, I also have to go to the Greek Navy. Here in Greece, you
yeah,
need to do home service. It's compulsory for all men and women now. They're going now. So that experience also helped to become more obedient, more focused to a goal. So then I went to study and work in the UK. It really helped me to get to GE. I was there for 10 years. Helped me to get promotions, excel. So that it's a bittersweet, obviously, experience, but it's
yeah,
something that not a lot of people, hopefully, they don't get at this very young age when I was.
yeah. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. Well, Greece is so cool. Greece is one of the oldest cultures in the world and very fascinating. So you're talking about, learning about Greece growing up, but like all the other countries, we're all learning about Greece. But tell me something about your culture, your Greek culture that you're really proud of.
Mhm. Yeah, we have one word where it's called philotimo. in Greek. I mean, if you have any Greek American friends, they can try to translate that, the
Yeah.
meaning. There is no direct translation to English or
Yeah.
American English, but this word is a complex set of virtues like honor, duty, doing the right thing. Uh, it emphasizes, it combines all that:
Mm.
honesty, generosity, kindness, and without expecting something in return.
Mm.
So that along with the hospitality, which is Mediterranean culture in general, not just Greek, but Italians also,
Yeah.
South Italy, Spanish, and Turkish people as well. The hospitality is a characteristic of the region here. Along with that, I think those are two unique culture, if you like, characteristics of Greek people and Greece in general.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Well, Greek food is some of our favorite. In fact, my wife's favorite restaurant.
Gyros, right?
Yeah. My wife's favorite restaurant here in Las Vegas is a Greek place called Meraki. It's so good. But tell
Okay.
me, what's the local dish that you think everybody has to
Yeah.
try?
Yeah, I mean, I know I've been to the US a few times. I know gyros is probably the most well-known
Yeah.
type of food that people know there. But there's so much variety because historically Greece had a lot of influence also from the Middle East.
Mhm.
From So the variety of dishes you can find in Greece, probably there are over 50.
Wow.
Some of them are influenced by the local cuisine, obviously, or Byzantine period, but also from the Middle East. Some of the dishes very close to Lebanese or Egyptian or Turkish. Obviously, there's influence because they occupied Greece for over 400 years.
Yeah.
So there is a lot. So obviously, the most well known for your audience would be moussaka, which I think every American I think comes to the US, to Greece, they would try that. There would be various dishes with lamb, apart from gyros, and also you can find all of the best quality of fresh fish and seafood.
Mm.
Because Mediterranean Sea, is not like an ocean,
Hmm.
so it is a large sea, but at the same time it has the perfect size, so the fish don't get too large, too small,
Yeah.
just the perfect size. And especially in the summertime, this kind of seafood is very common. I mean, everybody, fresh calamari and octopus and all this are what local people, also tourists, love
Yeah.
to try.
That's so good. We love Greek food. Very jealous of that because you probably know how to
There are
make.
many places in New York, obviously, New York and Astoria. There's so many, Greek, there's so many, I think 300,000 Greek Americans live there. So there's a lot of choice there if you ever go. I'm not sure about Las Vegas, but in New York is a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, if you come to Vegas, I'll take you to Meraki and you tell me if it's legit or not. But we love it.
Perfect. Deal. Let's do
Uh,
that.
what's so you've been all over the place, but where's your favorite place to travel and why?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying Greece because obviously it's not just Greece, which is great to be. I mean, the best period of Greece is the summertime where there's so much choice of islands to visit. And
Mm.
don't forget, Greece is a small country. I mean,
Mhm.
you can within 3 hours drive, you can be in the mountain at the same time you can reach the sea.
Mhm.
So and these in Greece, there's over I think 60 type of different islands you can visit,
Wow.
depending on the kind of holiday you want. Obviously, people know Mykonos and Santorini is the most touristic, but there's far more than that if you want something more quiet and obviously less pricey. And some of the islands will have no trees at all. Some of them will full green. I would say probably one of my favorite islands is Paxos, which is in the Ionian Sea. That is on the west side of
Mhm.
Greece. And it's nice for sailing. It's nice for local food as well, especially fish. And it's one of my favorite locations. I've been a few times, so I try to go as soon as I can.
We want to go back. We visited a couple cities, but never got to Athens. We went to Santorini, beautiful, busy. So
Yeah,
Paxos. I
very
need to
busy.
get to Paxos and Athens next then. Okay.
Yes, yes.
What's something about Greece or your Greek culture that you wish more people understood?
Yeah, I think it's the Greek people are very proud of the history and the culture. I am as well, but living abroad as well. Obviously, I know that there are other things going on. It's not just Greece.
Hmm?
So, what I mentioned, I think before, is the hospitality, especially if you come as a tourist, is something that really you should experience. Especially if you go to places where they are not so much that's by tourism, because if you go to the very popular islands or touristic locations, obviously it's more, modernized. If you go to places where still local people live there, you see how they will treat you. Maybe they don't even know how to speak in English,
Hmm.
but they will offer you some sweets, or you offer you some local delicacies just to welcome you as a tourist. Someone who is coming as a visitor. That is kind of something that you don't often find. I mean, when I was in the UK, this culture is not really the same. Maybe in the countryside, maybe there is, but definitely not in London or
Sure,
big cities.
sure, sure.
So that's definitely one to explore. So next time you come, I'll let you know where you can go to experience that and avoid the Santorini type of, which is still great, but
Sure.
is not what is the traditional Greece anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we had something like that, but we were given some baklava. It was some of the best
Yes,
baklava I've ever had in my life. So good. Um,
sweets. Yes, sweet. They'll give you sweets or small appetizers just to.
yeah. Who's been a major influence in your life, Nick, and why?
I would say probably the because I lost my father when I was very young, as I told you. I was not mature enough to appreciate what he has done
Mm,
at that stage. Obviously, later all the memories played out. But when I moved to the UK and I was new there, I struggled a bit at the beginning to fit to the culture. But all the people I met with it's not just one person, probably a combination of different people and mentors when I was working for GE. And most of them are British guys, but they really helped me to improve. They helped me, they show me, they led by example,
mm,
and that some of these kind of things I did in a business context also transferred into the real world. I mean, for example, how to, motivate people, how to give feedback, even if it's your immediate family. So
yeah,
some of those are applicable. I would say probably a combination of 4 or 5 people instead of just an individual. And this is the interesting thing when you go to live abroad to another culture, another language, that you see another way of doing things that you don't experience if you, for example, if you ever lived in the States and you haven't lived in Dubai, probably you wouldn't have this kind of experience.
yeah.
So I'm glad I've done that. So I was 14 years in the UK, 7 years now in Dubai, and it's still evolving.
Wow. Good for you. What if you could go back 10 years ago and give yourself some advice? What would you say?
I would say probably work harder, because always there's a room to improve. Uh, Maybe take a bit more risk when you're younger. It's easier to take risks than when you get older, and learn as much as you can. I think this is the three. Although I'm not disappointed with what I've done, but obviously I could have done better. Yeah, that would probably be the three advice I would give to myself if I was going back 10 years.
It's great advice. What's something unique or funny about you that most people don't know?
Uh, Funny. Yeah, I have to think about that. Because usually I'm very transparent and very open. I don't really hold for myself. Um, mm, probably I get a bit frustrated when things don't go my way, and yeah, maybe have some funny reactions to that. Not that I don't like to have listen to new ideas, but if it's repeated, then I get a bit. So it's not a reaction that people usually see in me,
Mm,
and they see it's funny, but I make them laugh, which is good. And then I say, okay, they laugh, so let me just think about that again, and
sure.
maybe I get another approach. But generally, I'm a person who is really open and transparent, and I don't hold much as secrets, especially my friends and family.
Yeah, that's good. Well, and I've seen that on the basketball court. You've got a great shot and you're fun to play ball with.
Yeah, I have to
So, do you
be
think,
able to run, man, because that's the problem now as we
yeah,
get older.
yeah, that's for sure. What, really quick, do you think Giannis stays with Milwaukee?
I'm not sure now. They did a bit this trade now. I mean, with Lillard. I mean, that was not really very. It was a bad move in terms of appreciation, but at the same time, it was a business decision. I think this guy is 35 now.
Yeah,
He's not going to play next season. It's a big risk,
yeah,
but what form he's now they got this guy from Pacers, right?
yeah.
The
Turner.
Miller, yeah. Sorry, Turner. Yeah, I mean, definitely they need one small guy which is going to be star. Otherwise, maybe I don't know. He's something about going to Warriors. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what Warriors have to trade to get Giannis, but this is what is still like 2 or 3 months until this
yeah.
is the trade is okay. Still time. There's still time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think he's done a lot of good for Greece. Just watching his story and his, that movie about him. My boys like watching that, but I think he's gone from Milwaukee. So it's going to be a lot of new Greek fans for whatever team he lands on.
Yes, yes. And maybe you should interview him next time because his experience coming from Africa, from
Yeah,
Nigeria,
yeah, yeah,
growing up in Greece, selling CDs, living in poverty, and at the same time now you see him and he's maybe not a billionaire but multimillionaire,
yeah,
and you see still he's down to the earth. I mean, as much as he can, obviously.
yeah,
He's built facilities here in Athens for kids to develop basketball skills. He's really doing some philanthropy and donations. So he really cares. Also, he plays for the national team
yeah.
of Greece. So yeah, he's really a role model.
He's great. I like how I still feel like he's just so innocent and like just open. Like one of my favorite tweets I've ever seen in my life was Giannis. This is when he first got to the US and he tried a smoothie for the first time and he was so excited to tell everyone
Yeah.
how good a smoothie was. But
And the good thing, there are five brothers, right? There are
yeah,
five brothers. I think one is in music. The other four are pro basketball players. I mean, obviously Thanasis, but the two other kids, they play ball. I mean, not at the same level, obviously, but they are professional players. So 4 out of 5, I mean, it's crazy ratio.
that's awesome. Well, Nick, what's something you're just really grateful for right now today?
I'm grateful that I mean, I'm healthy. My family is healthy, which is always very important. And I'm also proud because when I moved, from the UK to UAE, um, I mean, it was not very easy for me to set up because I set up another business going from the corporate world to more innovation and the startups. So I create everything from scratch. And it took me like, a couple of years until really I find the way to scale the business. So I'm really happy that I achieved that and, um, you know, looking forward for more in future. It was a big, challenge coming from another culture to another culture, a completely new environment for me. So it required a lot of patience and the time to to do that.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Good job and good luck keeping that up. That's great. If you could retire in only one
Thank
place,
you.
the mountains or the beach, where would you go?
Uh, yes, that's a tough one. Look, in the winter, I'll go for the mountains. The summertime, where I usually am in Greece, the islands is hard to beat the islands, especially in Greece. If you go to a few of them, it's difficult to find something similar anywhere else with the proximity, right? I mean, if you travel like 5 hours to go somewhere else, it's a different story.
Yeah.
But here, with a couple of hours, you can go to a completely different. So more like leaning towards more the sea. I think
Hmm.
this is where I will, yeah. So if I retire in Greece, probably go to an island, as long as it has a good healthcare. Yeah.
Oh, good. What's a one book or movie that you recommend everybody watch or read?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What's a book or a movie that you recommend to everybody?
Um, yeah, this choice now is a bit tough. Movie. Hmm. Have a long list for that, to be honest. Yeah, that's a bit. Usually, I like action movies, like Robert De Niro or guys like. I mean, Heat, for example, is one movie which is not obviously the one you expect for culture, but when it comes to when you see excellent actors,
Yeah.
performing like that, is something that you can watch over and over again. So definitely, I will. If you haven't watched that, definitely I will recommend. Um, as of for books, to be honest, I'm not really. I don't really. The past few years, I don't really read whole books. I read fragments from places where I need to educate myself, or maybe have a 10 minutes read. And now with ChatGPT, you can always summarize things very quickly to read.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not really a book person per se, where I get a book of 300 pages and I go through over a couple of weeks or a month. Yeah,
No problem. That's good.
more techie type of.
Yeah. I love it. Well, Nick, how can people connect with you on social media or a website? What's the best way for people to connect with you if they're in Greece or in Dubai?
Yeah, look, I mean, a professional way is probably LinkedIn is the best way, and I have a very unique Greek name. If you type GME, it's just me. There's nobody else. So I have it's difficult to pronounce my name, but at the same time, it's unique.
Yeah.
So people can reach out there. Facebook, I mean, Instagram, to be honest, is not really my generation, so I don't really have an Instagram account, but I barely check it, to be honest. TikTok, no. Sometimes Facebook, okay, but usually it'll be LinkedIn. That's probably the where I do most of the comments, where I engage with clients, learning new things. Yeah, that should be
Nice.
the best.
Well, I will tag that in the show notes. So go connect with Nick on LinkedIn. And Nick, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah,
Enjoy the summer in Greece.
welcome. Thank you, man. And let's keep in touch. Next time in the US, we need to play ball.
Sounds good. You have a good one.